Sit back, enjoy. Let's join our match commentator at Anfield, Phil Blacker.
Manchester United manager against Liverpool so far. They have had the recent dominance in this fixture. With that way, particularly on now, they're settling into their stride in that respect to the home team. After a fairly frenetic opening to proceedings, Sacco again is seeing a lot of the ball, with everything ahead of him, the French centre-back. Firmino, having a very decent first season on Merseyside. Dejan Lovren to Nathaniel Klein. Henderson, Firmino. He continued his run there, and Klein goes down on the edge of the penalty area, and the referee's given it. First big twist in the tail. It was Memphis's challenge, I think, on the edge of the area there. There is going to be further punishment for the Dutchman, who's into the book as well. Let's have another look at this. Nathaniel Klein to Jordan Henderson. Roberto Firmino clearly inside. Referee was well positioned. It was a lovely through ball by Firmino. Clumsy from Memphis. Carlos Velasco Caballo points to the penalty spot. Liverpool, who won at Crystal Palace at the weekend with the last kick of the game from the penalty spot at Selhurst Park, scored by Christian Benteke, have another spot kick here, which Daniel Sturridge will assume the responsibility for. 19 minutes in at Anfield, the chance for Liverpool to strike first against Manchester United, and he scores. De Gea went the right way but couldn't get there. It's lift-off for Liverpool in the round of 16 in the UEFA Europa League. Daniel Sturridge from the spot. Didn't take too long in the context of the tie for the breakthrough in the tie. Memphis, the player penalised, could only watch on. De Gea almost got there. Guessed right by going right, the goalkeeper. And he did get fingertips to it. But it was close enough to the corner from Daniel Sturridge to carry it past the keeper. Initial contact may be beginning just outside the penalty area. Klein going down inside the box. It was a big call, it was a tough... Manchester United just can't get hold of the ball at the moment. We head for the midway point of the first half of this first leg. First goal scored by Daniel Sturridge from the spot. Roberto Firmino to Adam Lallana. Here goes Sturridge again. Manchester United are stretched once more. Still Sturridge. And still Sturridge. Oh, Coutinho arriving. Saved by De Gea on the line. How close was that? It's Moreno back in again. Coutinho. And Henderson with De Gea right behind. Slip was from Chris Smalling. Just seemed to lose his bearings in attempting to cut out the cross. Therefore, there was time and space for Sturridge to take a touch and set his sights. Connected with venom. But De Gea had done brilliantly. Made himself big off his line. Now makes a big save. It is Firmino with a little flick. Klein trying to get there. In towards Sturridge and away by Smalling. Closing moments of this first half, which haven't seen Manchester United threatened too frequently. That could change here though. Martial is cutting at a rather isolated figure, holding it up and desperately requiring some assistance. Fellaini to Schneiderlin. Varela. Out by Sacco, but not convincingly. It was only to Marcus Rashford. Now Mata, Schneiderlin. This is Marcus Rojo to have a hit and watch it comfortably clear the cross. Really, we've shown 6 red cards and 63 yellow cards in just 10 matches before tonight. Rashford is the first Manchester United name he's taken. The third caution of the evening already. But make that four. Memphis, of course, was booked, wasn't he, earlier as well? And there goes the half-time whistle. Memphis' caution coming from the defining moment of the match so far, the concession of the penalty. His challenge. Referee Carlos Velasco Cabello gets us going again. He was a central figure in that first half drama with a penalty award. Keep it out of the corner. The corner is taken this time by Coutinho, who gets it back from Klein and goes down. He's going to have a go. That was close once more from Felipe Coutinho. Again, De Gea was behind it. He's fixed firmly on the ball. Contact was sweet enough, and yeah, it needed that save. It would have, I think, dipped just under the bar. But for the intervention of David De Gea, who continues to keep Manchester United in the tie. 3 fine saves in the first half, and now another to keep the Liverpool lead at 1. Henderson. Liverpool just beginning to reassert themselves for a little spell a year later, and they're defeating the UEFA Champions League final to Barcelona. The move. Just weeks after, really, that UEFA Europa League final. Firmino. Forced wide, but he's done brilliantly to take a couple out of the equation. Joe Allen holds it up, Emre Can. This is Klein, and Nathaniel Klein is going to have a go. It was swerving, he was moving in the air. De Gea did with it what he had to do. It was right behind the shot, David De Gea. It was still anything but straightforward. And to keep his eyes on that right until the moment of contact. Made sure he got enough distance on the parry away as well. Klein has shown already in a Liverpool shirt that he has a goal in him. He's scored in the Premier League so far this season. He's yet to score in his UEFA career. This season actually is the extent of that career in continental competition. One of the greats watching on, another of them. With former managers of these great rivals, of course, Sir Alex Ferguson and Kenny Dalglish. David Gill, the former chief executive, to Sir Alex's right as well, on the left of your picture. This was always the match that seemed to matter more than any other to Sir Alex when he was Manchester United manager. Whatever the circumstances of the two sides, and at times, of course, there was a big gulf between them. And Sir Alex's Manchester United were at their peak. Liverpool going through a difficult spell. Both have toiled at times this season. Manchester United under pressure again here, though, on the edge of their own area. Martial can't make it stick. Back by Henderson towards Adam Lallana, who has Roberto Firmino in the middle. Joe Allen arriving as well. Oh, he's found Henderson in space. Real chance. Well, Lallana is going to get there first. He's looking for Firmino. It's blocked, but only into the path of Joe Allen. Carrick had to get there first ahead of the Brazilian Firmino. Bailey Blint will now get it away. Martial couldn't quite stretch high enough to reach that. Saka is there first for Liverpool. Alberto Moreno. So we go into the closing 20 minutes of this enthralling first leg. Coutinho, Moreno's continued his run. Rojo was almost deceived there and was by the bouncing ball, which made it much more awkward for him. Free kick conceded right on the edge of the penalty area. Foot was a little high in the first place up against Alberto Moreno. Don't think he can have too many complaints. Emre Can, Jordan Henderson and Felipe Coutinho are all standing over this in the vicinity. Chan's going to leave it. There'll be a toss-up between Coutinho and his captain Henderson here. It's another very presentable opportunity for Liverpool in their pursuit of this second goal. few nerves, I'm sure, in that Manchester United wall being assembled. Eased maybe by the presence of him behind them. And the game that David De Gea has had so far. It's going to be Coutinho to take. Anfield holds its collective breath. It's Coutinho, it's headed away by Carrick. Gitmo and Fellaini. Lallana has it back for Liverpool. Henderson making a run for him. There's options either side. He has chosen Jordan Henderson. He cuts it back from the byline, cleared only as far as Lallana though. Oh, Firmino in space! And Liverpool lead by 2! Roberto Firmino! It could be a massive moment in the tie. They have a more commanding lead to take to Old Trafford as it stands. And Liverpool will argue it is wholly merited. Finally, they've made this pressure pay. Their pursuit of the second goal is rewarded. Questions may be of the Manchester United defending though. First of all, was Henderson onside? Assistant referee perfectly placed, kept the flag down. It's a poor clearance by Carrick, straight to the feet of Lallana though. And Smalling couldn't get to Firmino quickly enough. Took it smartly, did the Brazilian. It's a predatory finish from a player who's having a fine debut season in English football. 5 Premier League goals so far and now a third. The first in the UEFA Europa League. It's one that means plenty on Merseyside. Certainly to his manager. Martial in towards Ander Herrera. Challenge was by Joe Allen. They still have it here, Manchester United, as Herrera is told to get up again. It's a good ball in towards Fellaini. And his header snakes just wide in the end. Really get themselves back in the tie. Going to Old Trafford. Last chance to get the away goal, which never really looked on the cards. Called by Rojo. Liverpool have defended those situations well. They've actually got a man down on the edge of their own area here, and they might need the numbers yet. 2 added minutes